you have grown and it is harvest season. So let's see, what is your reward for your growth? Let me see. I feel like you've been working very, very hard. Working hard on your soul needs and like, what burns me up? What brings fire to my belly? And I feel like you've been really thinking about that lately. You've been perhaps working with ancestral energy. So understanding where you've come from, your roots, and actually feeling more content with that, rather than I feel in the past you may have rejected your roots, but something about this now is changing, and that's helping you to change direction. So this is growth, because I feel like you've been through a very constrictive situation, and since you've just allowed the freedom of like, okay, I'm gonna just let go, I'm gonna put this to the universe, and I'm not going to try and control the situation here, then the answers have come to you. And I feel like from that point, then you've gone into this mode of like, I'm just trusting the process. This feels like the right thing to do, so I'm going to do it. But some of the things that felt like the right thing to do have actually not really been in agreement with your ego. So your ego needs, and then the growth needs, your soul needs, there's been a bit of a clash there. But you have recently broken a cycle in not just allowing the ego needs to keep you in this loop, to keep you in this space. You've broken a loop, you've broken some kind of pattern here, and that is what is allowing now a redirection. So let's see what your rewards are in this new direction. What are you going to be receiving? Because for some of you, I know you are still scared that you've made the wrong decision, or there's no turning back from this point. So you need to know what is in front of you, what is actually going to happen. Okay, so this is where you are at the moment. You're feeling like, what if I've made the wrong decision? What if actually I was completely wrong? You need to change your perspective on not trusting yourself to be right or to make the right decision for you, okay? Because that's not actually helping you to receive the abundance, to receive the gifts that are rightfully yours. You seem to be in this energy of like, everything always has to be hard. Everything always has to be difficult. You put a lot on yourself sometimes to, like, the light's there, that there's, you know, an element of passion there. But there's still, what I'm seeing is like rusty iron rods. Like, yeah, you don't have to, say for instance, you know, someone's building a fence or something and they've got these rusty old rods, but they don't want to get rid of them and get, like, say, a nice wooden gate or something. They'll just use what they've already got and keep using that until it completely disintegrates. That's kind of where your energy's been at. Whereas now it's like you've been given these new tools, better things, easier things to work with, but you still don't feel like you're able to use them. So this is where the change comes in. This is what Rado's talking about, is there is a change coming to that. You are starting to see the abundance and realize your worth with it as well. That's, okay, I can work with this. I can bring these gifts in. I can bring these rewards in that I'm feeling. And alchemize here, because you don't want to keep feeling like you don't have what you need, or you can never get what you need. It's a bit like, say, if somebody said, oh, this job is going to earn you 10 grand or something, and you're doing a job that earns you £500. Something about your energy is like, oh, well, that's too much for me. Like, I'd never have that much. So I'll keep doing this, and you'll keep working harder and harder, even though that opportunity is over there. Now that's your ego kind of keeping you safe in a pattern that it already knows. But there's been a long time of you allowing that. And I feel like over the past 9 months, you've been allowing yourself to be stuck in a particular loop, because even though you knew there was an opportunity to do things different or easier, that didn't feel right to you, because I feel like you're very hard on yourself. But in July, you had a few options come in. This could be for work, or it could be to do with relationships, however it resonates with you. And I feel like you regret not choosing something. There was an option or an opportunity that you regret not choosing here. Okay. And it would have been rewarding in lots of ways. Now, this doesn't have to be in a financial way. This could also be in like a fulfillment of the heart way. But it would have definitely brought you a gift. But you didn't take it. So that feels like a missed opportunity. But there's something about it that still lingers in your mind, that you still feel like, maybe I could have. Maybe that actually could be different. So what I see you doing here is actually enlightening yourself. You are actually growing. There's a word I'm looking for and it's not coming. I don't know why it's not coming. Enlightenment might just be the word that we're looking for. One step at a time, you are learning to access your soul needs and create the lifestyle that you are telling yourself you want. But what you have to do is listen to that quiet voice of the steps forward in doing that. Now, you did something recently that actually enabled you to take those steps. It's like you listened to some ancestral energy. You picked up on some kind of vibration that was aligning you with this new path. And I feel like you had a bit of a taste of what could be there. That could be in the material sense. Maybe you were gifted something, or you received a sum of money, or you were just recognized for your gifts, for the things that you do. So there's something in that. But this is bringing about, and especially with Rado there, a new role and responsibility in your life that you are now ready for. So what is that? Somebody might have like a barcode tattoo on their arm as well, I'm seeing. Okay, you're not holding back anymore. I feel like you've had a realization that you've missed an opportunity here and you're not going to allow this opportunity to pass you by again. So in August, you are going to be having some good news and conclusion. So it's like there's a conclusion to a situation that's been like a loop in your life. And then there's another situation that you are going to be greatly rewarded for because of the decisions that you made, because you closed that loop out. You've realized here where there's an imbalance in giving and receiving. You have recognized where you aren't receiving and where you are receiving. And this is bringing in a balance then. It's like you and spirit kind of hand in hand, bringing things together, working on it. And for some of you, this could actually be suggestive of you finally accepting your other half, that kind of thing. So perhaps you felt like this was a no-go, but then it looks like things are changing there. For others of you, this is about your power or your ability to see yourself and be confident in yourself and your abilities and what you do. Now, for some of you, there is an offer coming in here of relationship, or you are bringing that offer forward yourself because it feels like that's the next step. So if you are here about relationships, I feel like that's for you. But if this is more about like you standing in your power and growing around your family and around your work and things like that, then this is about you really bringing forward that creative energy. That's the direction that you're choosing to go in, to honor yourself in that way. We have another knight on the bottom, which is like a very slow and steady but very secure. So you're entering a time, if you needed to know, the decisions you're about to make are going to lead you to that security, that stability. And I am seeing a little bit of romanticness here as well for a lot of people. Because there is regret here from the past, but there's an opportunity to collaborate, there's an opportunity for this to come together again. So don't miss this opportunity because it's enabling you to open up emotionally and mentally as well. This is very, very good news, very good news. But the energy feels a bit blocked in terms of whoever, like if there's masculine in this situation. The feminine here, this is opening you up quite a lot, but the masculine, I feel like there's still some work to do. If you are masculine here, there is still some work to do on communication, on allowing that communication. It's going to change everything. Now, if elements of this reading resonated with you, drop me a DM. I'd love to go deeper into it with you and pick over the bones. Have a blessed day.